Shalom Aleichem, it's Yaakov Aram Shepherd here from King David's Tomb, KingDavidKabbalah.com. We are in our series of Reincarnation 101, and we are dedicating this shiur for the Ilui Neshama of Yehuda Tzvi Ben Chaim, and whoever else wants to help us and support what we're doing, we'll be very happy to bring here more dedications for the elevation of the souls of those people, or make the differentiation between the life and death, for blessings of people that needs the blessing for the challenges that they're going through in their life with the help of Hashem. So today is going to be the last shiur from the Zohar Vayechi, and next week, with the help of Hashem, we're going to move into the Zohar of Mishpatim, which is the main source of the Shar Gilulim, the reincarnation knowledge that we have from the Arizal. Most of it is from the Zohar Mishpatim. Anyhow, I want to make the point of the shiur today that we're talking about the big subject of the Zohar Vayechi is around the transformation from this world to the next world, the connection between those two worlds. And that is something that many people are very fascinated about, and it's very hard to define. What is the connection between this world and the spiritual worlds? And I just thought about it recently, that it's like someone that is looking for his glasses. He can't find his glasses. Why he can't find his glasses? Because it's on him. So because it's on him, so he cannot find it. In a similar way, we're looking to see where is the connection between this world and the spiritual world, and it's very hard for us to find it. Why it's very hard for us to find it? Because we are the connection. We are the connection between this world and the spiritual world. And here in this Zohar Vayechi, we see another understanding of how this connection works, how the transformation from life in this world moves to be life in the spiritual realms. So, I'm reading in Reish Yud Tei 219b, and the Zohar here is talking about what happens when a person passed away, and he says that there's a statement, there's an announcement for 30 days between the righteous people in Gan Eden, if the person is righteous and is going to go into Gan Eden, or it can be 30 days of announcement in Gehinnom, in hell, if the person is about to go to hell. According to the place where the person is going, that's the place where they announce about him that he's about to go there. Now, we have to understand that Hashem and all of the creation wants us to be righteous. Also, the souls in Gan Eden, they want more souls to be righteous and to be worth it, to go to heaven. There's no competition there that like jealousy of we don't want more people in our club, keep them out, something like that. No. There is a certain point of jealousy that it says that it's not a jealousy like we know in this world. The jealousy is about why I didn't do better, that I could have get to a higher level, that I see that this person that is above me, I see that he did more efforts and he got to a higher level in his heavens. So it's not the jealousy about him that I want him to not to be in his position. I just want to have that extra inspiration that will help me to achieve a higher level. And that's, by the way, what I'm trying to do in those classes, to inspire all of us together, that we will be in a higher level of righteousness that will be worthy to be in Gan Eden. So the Zohar is saying that the people that are in hell, the souls that are in hell, in Gehinnom, they are sad when there's a newcomer, when someone else is coming and joining them in Gehinnom. They want everybody to be out of Gehinnom. They don't want anyone to be there. And then the Zohar is telling us about something that for some people it will be difficult to hear, but I have to be honest with you. The Zohar is talking about specifically the sin of spilling seed in vain. That this is something that many people have this problem. And by the way, it's not only problem for men, it's also problem for a woman, that if she's not modest and she's causing men to spill seed, so their sin of spilling seed in vain is connected to her, and she's getting punished for that. So there's two sides of the warning here of the Zohar. One for the men to guard themselves, guard their eyes, guard their thought, not to get to spill seed in vain. And another one is for the ladies to be modest and to try as much as they can to make sure that no man will be aroused from their appearance or their behavior or anything like that. And that's something that is very serious. We see here in the Zohar that from all of the sins, after he speaks about the hell and the souls that are sad for the newcomers, the specific sin that the Zohar is speaking about is that. So the Zohar here is telling us that a person like that is like intentionally spilling seed is worse than a killer. Why? So in a way, why? Because the killer is killing other people, and a person like that is spilling seed is killing his own children, God forbid. Meaning, the seed is a certain connection again between the spiritual and the physical. What we know, the physical appearance of that doesn't tell us basically anything about the spiritual essence of what it is. But the Kabbalah explains that those drops are very holy, it has a lot of spiritual strength in them. And when it goes in the wrong place, in the wrong time, the wrong behavior, so on, so it creates a lot of negativity in the world, to say the least. And we have to be aware of that it's something very serious. And specifically in today's world, with all of the modern devices and different things, social media, whatever it is, it's very difficult to keep ourselves pure, to keep ourselves in that level of holiness, and not to be dragged into this world of lust and desires. But I hope that those words will help some people, to encourage them to put extra effort and not to fall into those sins. The Zohar is talking about the children of Yehuda, Er ve'Onan, that it says that they were ra, they were bad in the eyes of Hashem. Generally, Hashem is looking on all of us, all of the world, over the creation, in a positive eye to see the goodness. But sometimes there is certain things that is very significant, and it goes against the purpose of the creation, and then it creates evil, it creates bad. And we have to, all the time, we have to see what we can do to increase the goodness, to increase the holiness, to bring more light, to bring more abundance that is pushing out all of the darkness, all of the negativity, with the help of Hashem. And I don't like to speak about negativity, so I said it fast, but the Zohar is going into details if somebody wants to look inside. So I told you where you can find it. Anyhow, afterwards, the Zohar is telling us about the concept of Kol Amcha Tzadikim Le'olam Yirshu Aretz. Okay, there's a pasuk in Yeshaya that we say that all of the nation of Hashem, all of Am Yisrael, and by the way, it can be also converts and Gentiles that are joining Am Yisrael and connecting themselves to Am Yisrael by following the laws of the Torah, each one according to his whoever he is and whatever it is that he's doing. There's always answer how to apply the laws of the Torah for any person in any situation without any exception. There's always a way to do things according to the Torah. So if you don't know, that's the time to go to a rabbi that will give you the instructions of how to live your life according to the Torah. Anyhow, the Zohar says that all of the nation of Am Yisrael, all of the people that are following the Torah, let's put it this way, have that quality of inheriting the land. But we're not talking about the inheritance of the Holy Land of Eretz Israel, to have a house in Eretz Israel. It's also good, it's also important, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the higher concept of the Eretz, of land, which is the Malchut. The Sphira of the Malchut is called many times in the Zohar, in the Kabbalah, Eretz, land. And the righteous people are inheriting the land. They're inheriting the Malchut. What does it mean that they are inheriting the Malchut? That we know that the Malchut have that quality of being the lowest of the highest and the highest of the lowest. What do I mean by that? The Malchut is a connection link between one world to another. So we have 10 Sfirot of the upper world, Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Da'at, Chesed, Gvura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, Malchut. Goes down to the Malchut, the lowest Sfira, and then that Malchut turns to be the highest level of the lower world, the Keter of the next world down. So the Malchut is the connection link. And that's a quality of the tzaddikim, that they are connecting between this world and the spiritual worlds. So again, we want to define for ourselves what is that connection between the physical and the spiritual, this world and the world to come. The answer is that the righteous people are making this connection. When they are in this world, they are living the world to come. They are living heaven. And when they are in the heavens, they are influencing and helping people in this world. And there's a lot to speak about it, but I want to move on. Another point of the Zohar, by the way, in page 220a now, and the Zohar is talking about the impurity that comes to the dead body. When a person passed away, his physical body have impurity. So the question is, how much impurity there is within a dead body? And the answer is a very interesting answer. It depends how much kedusha that person had in his life. When we have, if we compare that and the physical, the spiritual and the physical, to understand the spiritual, the way is always to look on the physical and then to apply that for the spiritual. So let's say someone, he didn't help anyone. He was not helping other people. So then when he passed away, no one feels that he's missing because he was not fulfilling a function in anyone's life. But when a person is helping other people, so for example, someone that was married, so when he passed away, whoever he was living with, whoever he was married with, will miss him. If he had children, his children will miss him. If he had more people that he was connected with, that he was helping them, that he was supporting them, poor people that he was giving them food, whatever it is. So then when he passed away, all of those people, they feel they miss him, meaning he left a void. He left a void. And that concept of the void that is created, as much as the person was more effective, the void is bigger. The vacuum that is left is more significant. In the same way, also in the spiritual. When a person was working on himself to increase his level of Kedusha, to live a holy life, to live according to the Torah, then when he passed away, the void, the spiritual void that is left is greater. So the impurity that is found in a dead body of someone that was in a high level is higher than the impurity that there is in someone that he lived his life as if normal physical life of lust and desires, and he didn't have so much spirituality in his life. So that concept of the impurity that comes to the dead body, it actually shows us the quality and the kedusha and the level of the person in the world to come. Now, the Zohar here is talking about specifically about like the difference between Jews and non-Jews, but again, there is obviously a difference, and there is the potential of spiritual elevation for Jews is greater, but in the same way, also the danger is greater, the responsibility is greater. So whoever is taking advantage of the potential that he has and is doing whatever he can to achieve the intimacy with Hashem in his life, the greater effort that he put in, that will be in one hand, his share in the world to come, his place in the heavens. In the other hand, it will strengthen and make the impurity that stays in his dead body greater. All of those concepts that I'm bringing in those classes, each one of them can fill a whole book. Each one of them can be learned for a whole year and even a whole lifetime. But we have to move on. We have to cover more subjects. There's so much to learn, to explain, to teach. The last point that I want to bring for today, B'ezrat Hashem Li Neder, is the concept of Tselem. I think that we spoke about it previously. That is the structure, the spiritual structure of the person that is getting away from the person 30 days before the person passed away. And it says that there's a pasuk that it says, until the day ends and the shadows disappears, meaning the physical we learn from the physical is teaching us about the spiritual. So like we see that when you are in a shadow, you don't have a shadow, right? When the sun goes down, there's no shadow. The shadow appears when there is sunlight on you or any kind of light. Then you have a shadow, right? So in the same way, when there is life to the person, then there is a shadow, meaning the spiritual concept of that structure that goes with the person and sustain him. It's kind of part of the channel that the abundance goes through. But when a person is about to leave this world, so as if conceptually they close the tap, they close that flow of abundance, and then the shadow disappears. And that's something that is very significant for us to know, that we see, sometimes it's not like that. It can be that someone dies like in a surprise, but usually when a person dies in a natural circumstances, so there is a period of time before the person passed away that he feels weaker and weaker. He feels that his life is about to end, and also people around him are like they have the opportunity to get ready. This is the way that it's supposed to be when a person is like normal, and Hashem wants to give him the opportunity to do tshuva and to have time to think about life, about what he did, about what he wanted to do, and to pray to Hashem and to ask for mercy and so on and so forth, and for other people to try to help him and to encourage him and to give him the support that he needs and to do different mitzvot for him, to give him merit and so on, maybe to cancel the decree with the help of Hashem. And when the time comes that the person needs to leave this world, so then there is all of a sudden a flow of abundance that comes to the person, and is all of a sudden is alive again in a way. And I heard it many, many times that in the day that a person is leaving this world, many times all of a sudden it seems as if he came back to life, as if he have like certain beauty that comes to him, that people that saw him in the hospital or whatever, they saw him that he's like going weaker and weaker down, and all of a sudden he's like, he's enlightened, illuminated. But that is actually what happens when it's time for him to leave. In that day, so then he's getting that tselem back, and then is as if taking all of those parts that were left behind and pack them and bring them to the next station, hopefully heaven, God forbid hell. And that's something that is known, and it happens. Also, I heard it from many people that they lost their relatives, and they told me that in that point, just before that person passed away, they had like extra beauty, extra life. They were like shiny and vibrating. Anyhow, for us, what we need to know is that each one of us have a certain time that Hashem gave us to be in this world, and we need to use this time to do good things. Each one of us have the potential, have the possibility to do different things. Some people in chesed, to help one another, to make all kinds of organizations to help those people that are needy and so on. Some people, their part is to learn Torah, or to support Torah, or to pray for other people, or to bless other people, to inspire other people. Each one according to whatever is his share, his portion. We have to push ourselves in that direction. Whatever we see that Hashem is directing us, whatever we see that we can help other people, to push ourselves to do more and more and to be more effective. And that's one of the differences between the Torah, the truth of the Torah, and the false of some other religions, specifically those that are coming from the Far East, that they have this concept of going through this world without leaving any trail, without leaving any steps, like the bird that is flying through the sky doesn't leave any footsteps. But according to the Torah, it's actually the opposite. We want to increase our footstep in this world. We want to show Hashem that we took advantage of all what He gave us in a good, positive way, and we did the greatest things that we could with those presents that He gave us. So I will finish with this blessing that Hashem will help us all to do whatever it is that we can do, and to help one another to do more, and to inspire the whole world to connect to Hashem and to do good things, and to bring the light of Hashem, to reveal the kingdom of Hashem. Zrat Hashem. Thank you very much for listening. Please visit our website, KingDavidKabbalah.com, to help us to increase and do more things and do more projects. B'ezrat Hashem, I'm sending my blessings to everybody to be successful in all what you do, in all your ways, B'ezrat Hashem. Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom V'vorach.